Ogden, you're in the dock because I charge you with not including, in my opinion, and I'm sure Stevie's as well, one of the best players in the Premier League era. Where is Thierry Henry?
I agree. He's one of the best players of the Premier League era. But I looked at the forwards and I thought, I'm going to pick 3 forwards. So Alan Shearer had to be in. 260 goals, the all-time leading Premier League record scorer by a long, long way. I mean, and he also had 2 seasons where he was injured for the majority of the season with a cruciate and a bad ankle. So, but for those injuries, and if you count the goals he scored at Southampton when he was in the First Division, not the Premier League, this guy's got an incredible record. So Shearer every day for me. Then 2 more places. Well, Sergio Aguero, the top scoring foreign player in the Premier League, he scored more goals than Thierry Henry. He's won twice as many league titles. He's won FA Cups. So for me, Aguero, he's got the most defining moment in the Premier League era with the incredible goal against QPR in 2012. So that's 2 spots. And then one more spot, a guy on the wide left. Well, Henry played in the wide left for Arsenal, but Cristiano Ronaldo won more than Thierry Henry in the Premier League. You could argue that Ronaldo's best years were ahead of him, but he was still a fantastic player for Man United. And in his last 2 seasons at United, he carried them to the title on both occasions. He was an amazing player. So for me, it's probably Ronaldo or Henry. And I don't think you can pick Henry ahead of Ronaldo.
Stevie, Thierry Henry would have found a way into your best 11, wouldn't he?
No, I agree with Hoagie.
Stop this madness.
I've actually gone with 2 forwards, and Thierry Henry isn't one of them.
This is a disgrace. How could you go? Now, I said it's subjective. I get that. You go to all these best Premier League teams, Premiership teams, and Thierry Henry is in most of them. You must be able to find a way for someone like him for what he has done for the Premier League.
Well, see, hold on a second. Are you want the 11 best players, or do you want to put a team together?
Well, you can pick a formation, but Thierry Henry.
Exactly. I've picked a formation. I've picked a formation. It's 4-4-2, and he's not in it because he's not the best to be in it.
Who was the one you mentioned the last time you spoke? Who was the one omitted from Augie's 11 that surprised you the most?
I didn't say it surprised me the most.
No, you said there's one obvious omission. Who was the guy you were referring to?
You were talking about Liverpool, and I would say it's Gerrard. Listen, I went for a 4-4-2. Augie had Vieira and Keane, Lampard. I went Keane and Gerrard in the middle of the park. And the reason I went for those 2 is because I had Ronaldo wide on one side and I had Ryan Giggs wide on the other side. So it's down to the shape of your team. And if you're playing a 4-4-2 with Ronaldo and Giggs wide, then you have to have Keane, and then you play Gerrard because Gerrard can get forward and score goals, but he can also do a job in the middle of the park. So, a lot of this is to do with how you set your team out. Listen, I've gone for 2 forwards. And certainly Aguero was in the mix, but I went for Alan Shearer and Eric Cantona. And I went for them again because of the side and how I think Cantona's influence would be in front of the middle 4. And, of course, supplying Alan Shearer and also scoring goals himself. That's why I didn't have Aguero in it. Now, Aguero's fantastic, but for the makeup of my team, I needed Cantona and Shearer.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.